My buddy Triumphant came out with the video. I put it on my watch later though. So let's watch this one.
Hey, what's up everyone? So I get asked the question all the time, is RuneScape actually fun? And to be fair, I asked myself the same exact question 4 months ago when I started playing RuneScape for my very first time. Now,
I kind of like Triumphant's YouTube voice. You know what I mean? Like, it's very professional. It's nice.
You might be aware RuneScape is one of the longest lasting legacies, surviving over 20 years, with OSRS specifically just peaking and its highest player base ever as of August. This begs the question, is the game actually fun? Why are people playing it? And for myself, I think I'm ready to answer that question. First, I want to go to the most obvious thing I think we all think of, the rewards. When you level up, there is a massive amount of dopamine, not just from seeing.
I like when he's doing a pretty good job at like not reading the screen behind him. He's doing a good job.
That green bar finally reached the end or the fireworks going off. But at the start of the game, you get a lot of levels very quickly.
True.
The game spoon feeds you dopamine and it's addicting. Watching your account go from all ones in every skill to 10s, 20s, and 30s in just hours or days really sets in that addiction. But more than just the level ups, there's also the item rewards. Whether it's from a quest or tracking down a crazy archaeologist in the wilderness or raiding, there are so many items that add a tremendous value to the player's account.
Right.
Anyone who's played RuneScape for a significant amount of time knows that feeling of getting their fire cape for the very first time. It's been over 2 months.
Well, not Jay Tullo. He's still working on his.
I think, since I got mine, and I'm still giddy thinking about that moment. The Jad hands and the excitement and the thrill of it. The items matter in RuneScape, and there are a lot that matter. Now, you don't go through thousands of different gear swaps like in other MMOs, but there are many that add a tremendous value, and they're so important. When you get that fire cape, it stays on you for a very long time.
True.
That brings me to my second point. The difficulty.
I might be getting rid of my fire cape today, though.
Cape also understands this. The euphoria of getting your first fire
Chat, do I have a chance of getting rid of my fire cape today? Okay, I think everybody's saying yes. We're just going to keep it going.
cape isn't only because the item is good or unique. It's also because it's proof that you accomplished a massive milestone. You didn't get it by sitting in a raid with 39 other players and high rolling for it at the end. You did it on your own, and you put in the hours and hours in the fight caves, learning them and overcoming the Jad hands to do it. Now, I know what some of you are probably thinking. Okay, so you were solo in some dungeon and you beat some boss, but isn't ultimately just clicking in the end? You see, that's actually true for when you first start OSRS. You click to attack, and if you need to run away or about to die, you click to run away, which I've failed to even do that much against a certain frog, but we don't need to get into that. Don't be fooled though. That's not what OSRS is.
Triumphant should not show people that clip. I'm gonna be honest. He should keep that shit hidden. All right. I died to a real man. I died to a real man boss. Okay. It was a level 108 or something like that. This guy died to a frog. All right, come on, man.
Eventually transitions to when you get into higher level PvE, or what RuneScape players call PVM. The PVM stresses task switching, decision-making abilities, cursor accuracy, and even your ability to stay calm. For example, I'm currently going through what's called the Corrupted Gauntlet. And
mods, time out anyone who's saying something crazy like I died to a tree or something like that. This is I think, insane you guys are talking like this today.
When you're fighting this boss, you have to change inventories, swap weapons, change the prayer menu, swap prayers, move your character, and re-attack the boss, all in a very limited amount of time. If you don't move your character correctly and continue to do so, you definitely die. Imagine a rhythm game like Guitar Hero, but one missed guitar press and the game just ends.
Yeah.
Depending on the mispositioning click, it could be that punishing. So for me, who's someone who got to master tier in League of Legends multiple times and loves a challenge,
self-glaze,
OSRS provides me that challenge, and it's thrilling. But it isn't just for sweaty players either. RuneScape gives players something that most other MMOs
it's for Jimmy too.
lack. Possibilities. Different paths for what you want to do as a player. Sure, there's an optimized path for getting your first fire cape, or an optimized path for completing all the quests as quickly as possible that you can follow if you want to. Or you can just enjoy the game how you want to enjoy it.
Boom!
Day one in Lumbridge, with all the different skills and quests laid out to you, There are just so many options, and the cool thing is none of them are bad. If you want to go and travel to Varrock and meet with Romeo, then do it. If you want to start...
Damn, Jimmy and Triumphant are spitting this. This is something that I've been spitting for a long time. A lot of people are saying that I was like the pioneer of like creating this whole idea and movement and all that. So it's kind of cool to just see like, that first mission that I started is like starting to spread, and, other content creators are like, taking it as their own and like talking about it and just kind of like not giving me credit or whatever, but it's totally fine. Like, I'm not even like one of those guys that's like out there like, oh, look at me. Like, that was my idea, like type shit. Like, you guys can, take it for your own. And like, it's cool and all that. But like, whenever somebody types in my like comments or whatever, and they're like, dude, you should do this, this, and this. And like, I can't believe you did this, or like, the iron bullshit. I'm like, hey buddy, how about I play how I want to play, and how about you play how you want to play? And that's it. And I just reply with that comment to pretty much everybody. And it's like the ultimate boom. Boom. Because nobody can disagree with that.
Thieving from the level 1 man right in front of you,
except for everyone in my chat,
raid
but like
goblins right across the river, all of them progress your account in different ways. And the possibilities don't just end in Lumbridge. Even when you're trying to max out a skill later in the game, there are multiple paths to doing it. Some are more relaxed, and some give you other benefits, and some are sweatier. Like,
yeah, but that Savix guy should really get his items a lot quicker, because like if he's going to take 800 kills in Royal Titans and he's going to be that slow to loot all of his gear, like he's going to take way too long to play this game and probably never get anything done. So that guy should probably start getting some items like really soon. I don't know what he's doing.
The agility pyramid gives you both agility while making you tons of money. It's up to you as a player on what you feel like doing and what you feel like progressing your account with. Now, this conversation wouldn't be complete without at least mentioning the quests in RuneScape. I should first also state that I'm doing what most players probably shouldn't, and doing all the quests without wiki or quest helper. If you don't know...
Yeah. Honestly, like power to Triumphant and Guzu for doing this. There's like a word for people that do this. Idiots. But basically, these guys are doing it to cause the most amount of physical and mental harm to themselves by doing these incredibly tedious, difficult, confusing ass quest lines without any help. And then they get to a point where they're like, oh, I wonder why I can't figure this out. And then they have to get a little bit of help, right? And it's like, it's because you ain't supposed to figure this stuff out yourself. It's already figured out. And it's like, why are you doing it to yourself? And no one will ever understand, but these guys do it. These guys do it. They love it. So you know what? Let them cook. Let them cook.
I don't know what Quest Helper is. It's basically a plugin that holds your hands through the quests, showing you exactly where to go, what to click on, just click blue, and all the items you need to do the quest. My method is not a path most people should take, granted, but I'd also really caution new players from completely depending on Quest Helper's full assistance. If I were to give my advice, don't play as blind as I do for the quests, but also don't completely depend on Quest Helper and puzzle solvers, or else you won't really experience the quests to their fullest. Some of these quests have...
Is he telling me to play how I want and then telling me how to play? Oh, hell no, Triumphant.
Hilarious dialogue, intricate puzzles, very challenging boss fights. Use some guidance for the quests, like determining what items you need and where to find certain NPCs, but don't just spacebar through the dialogue and click blue for the first time. So go a little...
No, you just said his way of playing is bad. Listen, who microbe? What I said was there's a word for people that play like this, idiots, but you know what? Let them play how they want. I didn't tell him how to play. I just called him an idiot. That's the difference. Okay? And that's the problem, is people like you guys aren't listening to what I got to say. You just make up whatever I said in your head. Lock in.
Slower and take in the fullness of what these quests offer, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. These aren't your normal quests of go and kill 20 goblins or pick 100 flowers. There's a richness to them with the stories and the depth, and I think at this point there's only like 174 quests in total. So enjoy the journey and don't rush through it.
Actually, you know what, Triumphant? You talked me into it, bro. The rest of my quests on this account, I will not use Quest Helper. I will slow down and I will enjoy them. Thank God I already have the Quest Cape, because that was a lie.
One of the most important parts to all this is that this isn't a vertical progressing MMO, which means all the stuff you're doing won't be useless in the next expansion. How does that add to enjoyment? Well, consider this. That Infernal Cape.
No. Guys, listen. Quest Helper ain't even going to work on the sailing quest on day one anyways. Like, trust me. And whenever it does, I'm absolutely using it and doing the fastest method. I don't think I'm going to chill and enjoy the sailing quest. We're going to fly through that stuff, okay? We're going to speedrun it all. I might even be the first one to figure it out. I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see. What if I'm the first one to figure out how to do all the sailing quests? I might have to make a guide on it and get millions of views.
Cape you got, it's not going to be useless in the next month when a better melee cape comes out with a new update. It will always be one of the best items in the game, which adds that incredible feeling when finally achieving that cape or that 99 skill or whatever the achievement is that you did. It lasts. Now, if you feel like I left some,
but not for Showback. It didn't last very long, is all I'm saying.
Something out of this video that was important to talk about, or even more specifically, what you find most compelling about playing RuneScape yourself, feel free to drop it in the comments below, and feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye.
Triumphant getting better at making videos. Triumphant getting better.